What's going on, guys? So today I'm out here testing these shoes. So these are the Saucony Endorphin Speeds. They are not the pros, but they are a plated shoe. I actually got these shoes from TRE at an event. Saucony was having an event and they gave away shoes. It was like this little cocktail hour after party after the event, and they had a trailer and they just handed out these $160 pair of shoes. So they're not sponsored, of course. This is my own thoughts on these shoes, but I wanted to take them out because they've been sitting in a box for the last 2 weeks and I haven't worn them. And just initially, my first impressions on these shoes is that foam is super soft. Even when handling the shoes, you could tell that the foam, the midsole is very soft. And right now when I'm walking on them, and I did do a little bit of running, like right now I'm running, you could definitely feel a lot of feedback when you are running them. I feel it definitely more from the heel side, but I guess that's what it's supposed to be because that's where the plate is and most of the foam. So that's where I'm feeling it right now, all the return of energy from it. But yeah, they feel like a pretty fast shoe, not too uncomfortable. I do have the Nike Alpha Flies and those are super narrow, so these feel a lot more comfortable than that. But let me go on more of a run and I'll tell you more about the shoe and my thoughts. Alright, so after mile 1 in the shoe, right at a 10:30 pace, but after the first mile in the shoes, they're feeling pretty bouncy. Not as like springy as the Alpha Flies. Those are the only other plated shoes I have to compare to, but still feel pretty good. My feet are getting a little crampy feeling in them, which means they are a tad bit narrow for me. That's one of the reasons why I can't wear a ton of different shoes, is that my feet are pretty wide, and if I don't have a wide enough shoe, then my feet are unhappy and I can't run in these shoes. So these shoes would probably be like a 5K, 10K shoe for me, not a marathon shoe. That's me at 240 pounds, 5'11". So what is the comfort level of these shoes? I feel like the uppers right now, they feel nice. I don't have any issues with them now, with the shoelaces or the tongue being too thin or thick, or even the heel cup and the cushioning behind there. Everything feels pretty comfortable. I do think it's a little bit narrow for me. So like I said, it's going to be a 5K, 10K shoe. And these shoes, the Endorphin Speeds, these are the Endorphin Speeds 2. They are, I would say, the tempo trainer shoes. So these are more the trainer shoes, or they could be race day shoes as well. I know a lot of people love them for race day, but they do have the Endorphin Speed Pro, which do have that carbon plate, which is going to be a lot more springier and more bouncier. These, like I said, I would call them more bouncier than springier. If I put on the Alpha Flies, those things, like just standing on them, standing still in them, they feel like I'm on a trampoline. These, you know, when you're running on them, and right now when I'm walking on them, I do feel the cushion, and it's very smushy when you're walking, but when you are running in them, they feel a lot more bouncier. So definitely feel some energy return with these shoes. How do you like the colorway? The colorway of these shoes, they are that black and white colorway. Kind of reminds me of 101 Dalmatians, Cruella de Vil, with that little colorway. Pretty cool. I'm sure the side angle of me running might look a little cool because it'll be black and white flipping over. But yeah, that's the shoe so far. I'm out here for a 6-mile run, and I'm almost at mile 2. So I need to find me some miles because I'm doing 100K in February, and I need to train for that. But these aren't going to be my trail shoes for sure. Definitely more for roads. And they do have that like kind of rocker technology. I don't know what Saucony calls them, but it does have that, like, you could definitely feel if I'm standing still that, you know, towards the forefoot you're rocking forward. So it's kind of meant to have you run and lean forward and run more on your forefoot, midfoot area. So far these shoes are good. I kind of say that the foam feels, if you ever wore the A6 Nova Blast, those are some shoes that I bought but they never worked for me, so I never reviewed them, but they're pretty similar to that with the squishiness of the foam. There's definitely a lot of cushioning on these shoes. Are they good for bigger runners? It's up to you. It's up to the bigger runner. Is this the type of shoe they want? A lot of cushioning. I'm taking a turn over here. Stability may be a little bit of an issue. I do feel it, you know, kind of wanting to turn over on me when I am taking that turn. So there is that as well. Let me go ahead and continue on my run. Talk to you guys in a bit. All right, so those are going to be my initial thoughts on the shoes. Feel good. They are bouncy, not springy, so less than a carbon plated shoe such as the Applefly. But overall I think it's a good 5K, 10K shoe for me. I don't know if I'll wear them for a marathon just yet. These are just my initial thoughts. But right now I'm going on my run. I have about 3 more miles to go, and just taking it easy now because I'm trying to keep my heart rate low. I haven't been training too much and just want to keep it at 145 or below, and I keep shooting up into the 150s for this easy run. So I do need to build up a little bit so I can run comfortably at a lower heart rate. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. I will say that with faster efforts, I was going about a 7-minute to 8-minute mile, probably 7:30, around that. These shoes did feel really responsive. So the slower efforts, I think clearly it's going to be not as responsive, but the more you're going, like I was going 7:30s. I know it's not that fast for a lot of people, but for me, that was a pretty fast effort, and I felt the bounce. I felt the spring with that. So much different experience going a little bit quicker in these shoes. All right, one last thing I did forget to mention is, how do these shoes fit? Are they true to size? I think I wear a size 12. They fit me right at a 12, but it seems like recently I've been needing a little bit bigger shoe because I do feel the front edge of the shoe poking at my toes. So probably a size 12.5 would work for me. I do normally wear a size 12 in my Newtons. I wear a size 12. These, I might want to go a size bigger, but they work. I'm not saying they're too big or too small, but I might need a little bit size bigger. But this shoe, size 12, fits right at 12. So pretty good shoe. I'm almost done with my run. Have just about a half mile to go. It is a warmer day. This is the warmest December in Texas history, or whatever. Some kind of stat that I saw on the news. It is one of the warmest Decembers ever. So not much cold weather to be seen here in Texas. My truck is right over there. I'll probably have to run a little past it to get me my 6 miles. But almost done with this first run in my Saucony Endorphin Speed. Alright guys, that is going to be my run for today. Had a good run. The shoes worked well. I would say that these shoes, these Endorphin Speeds, are definitely a tool They're not made for walking. They're not that comfortable for walking, but when you are running, it's gonna feel nice, especially for those tempo workouts. I wouldn't even say use them for an easy run. Use them for your tempo workouts, your track workouts. Like they say on the shoe, they are the Saucony Endorphin Speeds, so they are meant for speed. They want to go fast. That's when they feel the best. And these are just my initial thoughts. I'll have a full review on my channel later on, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video on these shoes, on my little run. If you guys did, leave me a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.